Hi everyone, we are at IFA 2013 and Samsung is showing off the Galaxy Gear. This is its first major venture into the wearables market. Now the Galaxy Gear, as you can see here, has a 1.63 inch display. It is a 320 by 320 resolution. Let me just give you a really quick hardware tour. Of course you have the face here. On the back you have a nice little metal clasp. Make sure we click it in. On this side, we have the 1.9 megapixel camera with 720p video capture capability. Now, this is the one thing that really caught us by surprise when the Galaxy Gear was announced. So essentially what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to take pictures from here and have it beamed to your phone. Let's take a look at the software here. Now, of course, there are a lot of gestures involved. So, for example, you're here in the home screen with the clock widget. There is a manager, by the way, in the app on your phone where you can actually go in and change the clock. You can change applications and all that. But here's the clock that we have just by default. If you move up, then as you can see, we've got the camera. And you can take pictures or videos. Let's go into the menu. All right, so we have the option for video size. Okay. Now, to get out, what you can do is just swipe down from the top. And if you keep going, then you go back to the home screen. Now, on the side here, I forgot one little aspect of the hardware, and that is the single physical button. Now, this is equivalent to your home button. If you press it once, it takes you home. If you press it twice, then it activates S-Voice. Now, S-Voice certainly is going to be handy in the wearables market because this gives you the option to say that you want to make a phone call, you want to do text messages, whatever, so that way you can be totally hands-free. Our only gripe about it is we would love to see an option where you don't have to press this button with another hand, where you can just have something like OK Google Now and have it automatically listen for your voice and hear it and activate it that way. So that way if you're on a bike, for example, you're not trying to have to mess around with all of this at the same time. You know, you got to practice bike safety and driving safety if you're into that sort of thing. Okay, so from the home screen you can just swipe right and you got notifications right here. You just press it and it takes you straight in. Okay, so no notifications that we need to worry about right now. So let's move on. Voice memo, S-Voice, like all these are certainly what you would expect. Now music here, whenever you go in and you set something up with your music player, you press play, what happens is it will start playing on your phone. Now at launch, it's going to be compatible with your Galaxy Note 3 and the Galaxy Note 10.1 2014 edition, both of which are running Android 4.3. At some point down the road, there are going to be plenty of other Galaxy devices that have this capability that will be compatible. The thing is, you'll need to have a software update that gets it up to Android 4.3 TouchWiz as well. Pedometer, so that's going to be huge with running, for example. There is certainly a huge emphasis on health and healthy living. Of course, you got the settings, easy enough to get around. Now, it's not going to be like as responsive as you would expect on a phone, but of course, this is an earlier model. It's also the very first Galaxy Gear, so you know there may be a few little things that need some ironing out. One other huge aspect of the Galaxy Gear is the apps. At launch, it's going to start with 70 different apps. Now, what you see here is not all that you get. You can go into the app manager on the phone and you can add several different apps. Of course, developers will have the opportunity to have their own apps and get them compatible with the Galaxy Gear so you can have more. Like hopefully we would love to see stuff like Twitter and Facebook and all that get this kind of capability where you can just manage it all on your Galaxy Gear. Now, you can have up to 10 different apps on the Galaxy Gear. So if you need more than that, you're just going to have to switch them out. Okay, so let's go back. So we also have call logs and contacts, and you can access all these and initiate phone calls and take notes and do all sorts of different things directly from your gear. Galaxy Gear is going to be available sometime later this year. This is the same thing with the Note 3, so we have a high suspicion that the two devices will likely become available right around the same time. We also don't know what the pricing is going to be, so we're going to keep an eye out for that. And also be sure to check out our hands-on at Engadget.com, where we go into more detail about all the different specs and our first impressions of the Galaxy Gear. Thanks again for watching. This is Brad with Engadget.